I was diagnosed with sickle cell HBSS at the age of 3. My childhood consisted of constant admissions to hospital, constant crisis. I've had exchange transfusions, pneumonia, hip replacement, kidney stones, and the list goes on and on. I've gone through lots of experiences, but I've come out of it pretty good, I would say.
We often think about donating blood when it touches our lives personally. A loved one in need, a family member, a friend. But what if hearing the stories of strangers, people we've never met, could inspire us just as deeply? In this journey, we'll meet individuals whose lives depend on the kindness of those willing to give, showing us just how powerful a single act of giving can be.
My name is Victor. I'm 31 and I'm a lab technician. Growing up, the idea of me donating blood wasn't really on my mind. I will say it was a bit of a selfish reason because I wanted to be a part of the community that my partner is in, even though it's not necessarily about, oh, I just want to do like a good deed or anything like that. It's more to do with I want to know that I am being supportive to those that I care about, and also in extension, being supportive to those that don't even know me.
Hi, I'm Dee. I'm 26 years old and I'm a spoken word artist and a sickle cell advocate. For me, I guess having sickle cell, it's a constant physical battle as well as a constant mental battle. Often there'll be periods where I just feel really low and I'm not even quite sure why. It can be quite hard for people to physically see on the external. Yeah, there's days that are definitely harder than others. There's days when, my ankles will randomly give out because I'm struggling to walk, and it does affect me in terms of my day-to-day work life and family and home life. So it can be very mentally draining and emotionally challenging.
How do you balance having sickle cell and obviously being so artistic?
That's such a good question, yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't balance very well. I just kind of keep going, keep powering through. Mentally, sickle cell is very draining. And when I'm stuck indoors, I often feel low. I'm very much somebody who is ambitious, who likes to get up and go. And I'll just keep on going until eventually I crash or I burn out, which is probably not the best way to go about things. But I'm the kind of person I would never let my health hold me back or limit me. I understand that I do live with a condition that needs to be looked after, and where I can, I'll do my best to, try and wear extra layers, stay hydrated, eat well. But I'm not someone who can just be inactive. That's never been my character.
I feel like I got to learn from that.
So
Yeah, I got to do more. When talking to Dee, it was interesting hearing about her balance of being a creative and having sickle cell, and being able to balance that the mental stress, and how that mental stress is actually connected to the physical kind of stress, which can lead to a crisis. It's also a testament, I guess, to how smart you have to be about how you want to plan that kind of future, and still not having something like sickle cell stop you from achieving those things.
My name is Segun, 27. Currently not working due to health reason. I was diagnosed at the age of 11. Growing up, I used to have crisis maybe twice in a year. Reaching my 20s, I started having frequent crises. Yeah, my life just went down the hill. To be honest, you can be doing everything right and still have a crisis. Going back to 2018, I started developing frequent crises that became worse. I started from every month to every single week to every single day.
What was your conception about the idea of somebody else's blood helping?
My thought about blood transfusion is I wouldn't have taken other people's blood if I didn't really need it. When I tell people I didn't want to do blood transfusion, the first thing they do mention is it religion reason? And I said no. It's just how I process my own thought. Getting someone else's blood, it's no. I do understand that they say they screen the blood and stuff like that, but apparently there's a slim chance that when they do check the blood, you might end up with something that they might not have picked in the lab. So it's quite having to balance that So it was a little bit scary.
So scary, but now that you go through it, how do you feel about that?
2022, I was offered that blood transfusion, but I did refuse. And I was placed on Crisis Saga. 2023, the same process of blood transfusion was brought up because of my frequent crisis and being in hospital, but I rejected it. Early this year, I was like, okay, I want my life back. And I used to be a promoter to having everything taken away from me due to health. I felt like, okay, you know what, let me just give it a try and see if this would change or if my health will improve. I should have done this blood transfusion in the beginning rather than wait at this late. So it's quite helpful, to be honest, and it's been a major game changer to me. I know you did mention about donating blood. Did you have any misconceptions?
So I think my misconception was, I don't know how else to say it other than a tiny bit selfish. Because when I donated blood, a part of me thought, okay, this is going to my girlfriend. It was going to help her directly. And, you know, a part of me, I was like, oh yeah, that feels nice. And to be honest, it still does feel nice to know that it's gone to somebody.
Victor was fun to actually be around, and it was great meeting him for the first time. And I'm also grateful that he's taken some time to actually donate blood.
Hi, my name is Laurel Palmer. I'm age 60 and I've just retired, taken early retirement from a high school of working for 20 years. So I was diagnosed with sickle cell HBSS at the age of 3, and my childhood consisted of constant admissions to hospital, constant crisis. I've had exchange transfusions, pneumonia, hip replacement, kidney stones, and the list goes on and on. I've done all the things, I've gone through lots of experiences, but I've come out of it pretty good, I would say. Everything that I tried to do, I failed. Not because I was a failure, but because sickle cell was there in the background. So even when I was getting ready and happy to go to places, to enjoy myself, I'd get a crisis. Blood transfusion gave me a completely new lease of life. It wrapped me in life, you know, I could study. I went and achieved my degree, got a first-class honours, something I always wanted to do but didn't think I'd ever do. Got married, had children, worked for a high school for 20 years. I mean, did things that if people told me back then, you would achieve this, I would have said no, definitely no. But I know a lot of this was achieved because of me receiving blood from donors 100%.
I think talking to Laurel was amazing because I'm from a side that doesn't have sickle cell, but my partner does. Seeing that there's somebody like Laurel out there who's lived a life, who's happy, who has a loving husband, who has children, grandchildren, it puts ease in my mind that I know me and my partner can have a really great future. And it makes whatever fear that I could have had in the beginning just dissipate.
I feel relieved that I actually took the chance of accepting blood transfusion, and I'm grateful to the blood donors, because without their support, literally, I might be in the hospital right now as we speak due to having chronic sickle cell pain.
Once I had that transfusion, I felt energized. I felt, you know, like a new breath of life had been given to me, essentially. I was able to leave the hospital and feel a lot stronger. I was able to go back to my daily routine with less pain. And I was just very grateful, you know. I'm always grateful when I'm given blood, essentially, because, you know, it is a big ask, but it can change a life. We're currently pushing for more blood donors because there is a blood shortage, which means that a lot of people haven't been able to have their frequent blood exchanges and transfusions. So, you know, we urge you and we ask, please, please, please donate blood. Like, it's so important. You know, you're helping somebody else. You're helping somebody else to get through a very difficult time so that they're able to do things that they love and to live their everyday life. as everybody should be able to. So yeah, please do donate blood.
This is the first time I've actually met somebody who has donated blood face to face and having a conversation with them. And my gratitude, I can't show you my gratitude because you have helped me on my journey. I appreciate that so much because you have helped save my life. You have helped me live. You've helped me to be the person that I am today. You've given me that chance of life, and that's why it's important for people to donate blood because, you know, look at me. You know, you're helping me, and there's so much people out there that can have a chance like I've had a chance. So thank you so much, Victor.
That actually almost made me well laugh a little bit.
No, thank you. I appreciate so much what you are doing and what you've done.
Thank you. No.
This conversation was brought to you by Coag Comics and is part of the promotional material for our comic book, The Crisis Saga, The Lifeline Link. Go to www.coagcomics.co.uk to find out more.